Y'all know what time it is, man. The streets ain't the streets. These niggas is claiming to be thugs and gangsters, and they out here just cooperating with the motherfucking police. Tonight's show, Smoking Mirrors When You Tired of Being Gas. I'm your host, No Game Records. Y'all know what it is. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. We live tonight. Hit that notification bell, hype this video up, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let's get into it. Real rap. No more talking. Because a lot of people don't understand what's happening out here and what's taking place out here in these streets. There's a lot going on. We're going to get into this shit, y'all. We're going to have some fun tonight. And we're going to take off. And we're going to let everybody know that this is the real deal. Smoking Mirrors. When you done with the bullshit. Shout out to my brother Shay Baby TV. You know he's in the building. Making sure everything is situated. We're going to get right into this shit, man. We're not even going to play with y'all. We're not going to do nothing. We're not going to even play. We're going to get right into it. And we're going to talk this real shit because a lot of y'all be capping out here and y'all don't be on y'all real shit. So with that saying, it's time to take off. Take off time. No disrespect. Smoking Mirrors.
What we doing?
Yo, I gotta get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? I got no dope for ox. So you gotta tell Keith what's up for me, dog. Don't worry about it. I'll see you, alright? Alright? Rains? Get wet. You know? Dog, you're the only one I got in my corner, man. Don't cross me. Got you.
I told my dog he ever cross me, nigga. We let that rain hit him. Any nigga play with this shit, he feel that pain, nigga. Bounce out on a nigga, up that flame, we done changed, niggas. I saw my Glocks, I box swap, switching lanes, and then walk inside this bitch, my chin up, nigga. I won't tuck my chain. No, I'ma take the winning shot if this bitch for the game. Follow my Glock, I bought a box, and it don't shoot the same. Ask them niggas if they felt the raw, they ever said my name.
Shay, you know what it is.
Y'all know what it is. It's your boy, No Game Records. Smoking Mirrors When You Tired of Being Gas. We in the building. Shout outs to all my people out here. Y'all know what the vibe is. Shout outs to y'all out here, man. We making this shit active. I need everybody to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. That lets you know when I go live. Let's talk about it. I want to have some conversation. Shout outs to everybody that's joining the chat. If you pulling up, leave a like, leave a comment. Let everybody know what the situation is. Pooh Shiesty and his father. I'm going to get right into it because I have a lot to talk about. I was watching the shit on YouTube and I was watching a few people's channels. And there was a lot of talk about Pooh Shiesty's dad being an informant. There's proof. There's proof that he's signed the 5K1, which basically means that you're cooperating with the feds. But in this particular situation, Pooh Shiesty's father, they call him mob boss or some shit out there. And that's what's giving the mob a bad look because you have people taking the name of the mob. But what do you expect? Sammy the Bull did the shit. He started this whole wave. He made it okay for you to be a gangster and a rat. Well, that's how they feel in their particular situation, in their sense. But Pooh Shiesty's dad has been an informant since 2009, and we're going to get into that. See, it's basically letting everybody know that the streets is dead, the streets is over, they've been over. But now this makes it even more confirming that the streets is no good. It'd be the ones that be out in the streets pitching that whole idea of, yo, you supposed to live by the code, you supposed to get it out the mud, you ain't supposed to rat, you're not supposed to talk to the police. And a lot of these so-called gangsters are out here portraying to be thugs and gangsters, and y'all secretly telling and cooperating with the police. I find that kind of troubling because y'all the ones are fucking up the game. There is no game no more when you got so-called the toughest guys on the planet, unalivers, ooters, everything. Y'all niggas is out there taking a stand. And y'all out there telling on little shit. Painfully ridiculous. No freaky. There's a couple of people in my town that's doing that shit, that's moving like that, acting like they thugging and they doing all types of quote unquote real nigga shit. You feel me? And most of these peoples ain't doing nothing. Y'all out here capping and y'all really fully believing that the way y'all living is the life. A lot of y'all are turning around and giving up your best friends. A lot of y'all are turning around and saying, F that. I'm not going to jail for what I perpetrated and made everybody believe that was false. Y'all cats out here really have people believing that's exactly what it's supposed to be. Shout out to all my people from Facebook. You know, I'm messing with this new app, you know, StreamYard. They got a bunch of options and shit, so you could do a lot of things. You can add, you can share pages, and all that otherness. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to post a couple of things. At first, I want to get into a couple of things, right? Because it's not looking good for Pooh Shiesty. We all know his father done gave up information and told. And he's been telling and cooperating. He signed an agreement to cooperate with the police on current and future situations. Pooh Shiesty's father has been cooperating with the government since 2009. But the whole time, he's out here. He's portraying that he ain't working with them. He's out here portraying like he's not doing nothing to help the situation. So what we're going to do is we're going to put up some, I'm going to take this down real quick. And what we're going to do is we're going to put up some footage of Pooh Shiesty and his pops. Pooh Shiesty got a picture with his dad. And it's an ugly sight. What we're going to do is we're going to ask, and I want people to comment, drop it in the comment section. When was this picture taken? They said Pooh Shiesty's pops has set up everything. They got him on documents of him getting a rental car. They got him on documents of They got him on documents of him getting the rental cars, booking the studio, and a whole bunch of other shit. Pooh Shiesty's father's going to end up telling on him and giving him up. And nobody wants to fucking actually go through that type of shit, but you have to take into consideration what Queso's dad did to him. Shout outs to Queso, shout outs to, people involved, but rest in peace and prayers to the victims that fell at the hands of these people. It's a dirty game. We're going to get into this. There's a lot going on here. We're going to get into this shit, though. And we're going to talk about Pooh Shiesty and his pops, right? Now, you looking, Pooh Shiesty says, I love the shit out of mine. I don't need no niggas. Nigga ain't no questions what we hitting on. It's history books on our bloodline. Nigga, this shit deeper than some weak-ass rap music. Nigga, ask Memphis, Tennessee, not YouTube or social media. You bloggers believing ass niggas. My first code D. So if Pooh Shiesty is saying all this shit, then Pooh Shiesty definitely know that his father was cooperating. Pooh Shiesty's father knew about everything. Pooh Shiesty's father knew that he was going to cooperate and all that. But what does that do for Pooh Shiesty? That could come back to hurt him. That could come back to seriously hurt him in situations. We're going to put up another thing. This is, I want to say, this ain't it yet. We're not going to get into that. Yeah, we are going to get into it. Let's get into it. I'm going to pull up the paperwork. Pooh Shiesty's father done signed the proffer. And we'll take it from here. We'll look at this shit and we'll see what Pooh Shiesty's pops is really on. Because how you claiming to be the thuggest, ruggest, and the toughest in the street, in the land, and you out here got shit like this going on. Pooh Shiesty had to know his father was a rat. I don't give a fuck. Nobody say. I don't care about none of that. Pooh Shiesty, you knew from a little kid. And most of them kids growing up in the South, they grow up rough. They grow up and hit the streets early. So Pooh Shiesty was schooled to the game because the way his mom sound like it, shout outs to her. You know, you did the best that you could. And you probably got other children that you have to take care of and be responsible for. But nevertheless, Pooh Shiesty's dad, you can see up in the top right corner, this is a legal document. This is a legal document from the feds. And they showing you everything. This is a legal document. Up here in the right corner. April 15th, 2009. It was filed in court at 10:51 in the morning. So that means this meeting was had and Pooh Shiesty's father was already in the move of cooperating. 2009. Okay, Google. Lontrell Williams Jr.
Sorry, I don't understand.
We'll figure it out. We'll get to it. But if this was 2009, this was 17 years ago. Pooh Shiesty got to be every bit of his mid to late 20s. Might be hitting 30. We don't know. But if you on that type of time, that means you knew your father was a rat then. You knew your father was a rat then. And you know that saying. Your father's a rat, that makes you a mouse. Let's not forget Pooh Shiesty was facing a lot of time. And he signed a plea deal and copped out the 5 years and came home. That paperwork hasn't surfaced yet, but we all know that if you're facing an X amount of time, and we're talking decades in prison, and then you sign a paper that admits to committing crimes to where you get hit with 5 years, that means you admitted some guilt, and whoever was involved, you implicated them. It could be either or. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button when you pull up. Smoking mirrors when you tired of being gas. But here it is. It shows clear as day Pooh Shiesty's dad's name in the papers. Now, we're going to scroll. As you can see, it's showing a lot right now. It's showing a lot right now. And we're going to read into this because I want y'all to know what's going on and what it really means. Memorandum of a plea agreement. Right now it says the defendant, Lontrell Williams, that's Pooh Shiesty's dad, through his attorney, knowingly and voluntarily agrees with the United States through the United States Attorney for the Western District of Tennessee through the undersigned indictment charging the defendant violating 21 USC count 2345, in charge of which the defendant understands. Hold on, we're gonna go back because we got to go back with this. I got to run this back for you and keep it cool, right? All right. Let's go back. Says Lontrell Williams, Pooh Shiesty's dad, knowingly and voluntarily agrees with the United States through the United States Attorney, Western District of Tennessee, through the undersigned assistant U.S. District Attorney, to plead guilty to the number of counts in the indictment. Y'all see all that? Y'all see all that? And basically, this is a plea agreement of Pooh Shiesty's father. Pooh Shiesty's father did bad. And what we're going to do is we're going to continue to roll through this so I could put you on to what's taking place. Pooh Shiesty's father agreed to cooperate with the feds. And in that cooperation, right, it says that Pooh Shiesty's father willingly and knowingly is working with the federal government. Pooh Shiesty's father did bad in this situation. There is no secret behind it or any tale behind it. He got caught up in the indictment and it looks bad for him. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button when you pull up. As you can read, and if you can read it clearly, we scrolling, right? It says, pursuant to the federal rules criminal procedure, considering for the defendant's plea of guilty, the defendant will jointly recommend that the government and the defendant will jointly recommend that the defendant serves and receives a 3-level reduction for acceptance of responsibility of the United Sentencing State Guidelines. The defendant understands that the defendant understands everything, and neither promises or representations as the sentence will be imposed in the court. So he willingly signed papers to become an informant. Look at paragraph 4. Paragraph 4 basically tells you that Pooh Shiesty's father is a rat. based on the defendant's ongoing and anticipated future assistance to the government, it is contemplated that the government may recommend to the court a departure in the defendant's sentence pursuant to U.S. Sentencing Guidelines 5K.1 and US 18 U.S.C. 3553. This would be solely within the discretion of the government and is not a part of the plea agreement. So even though he has willingly said, I'm going to work with y'all, that's not part of the plea agreement. So it's a recommendation. And 9 times out of 10, his recommendation to get granted, his request to get granted. But still in the same token, you's a gangster, right? This is the gangster shit, right? This is how y'all be living. Pooh Shiesty's pops already had reservations in his head that he was going to cooperate because it was already part of his deal from the beginning. So what he does is he messes up a lot for his son. Let's keep going. We're going to let the people go into dialogue. We're going to have some dialogue today because this is the real shit that needs to be discussed. Y'all out here glorifying this street, right? And this ain't cool. Substantial assistance is understood by both parties to require good faith during all phases of cooperation period, including the defendant's provision of complete and truthful information, which assists the investigation or prosecution of other individuals, and complete, truthful testimony as subsequent proceedings when needed. What that basically is telling y'all is that when the motherfucking feds pull Pooh Shiesty's pops to court to testify. Shout outs to you. Double tap the screen, hit the like button. Is it Ezekiel Plomo? Ezekiel Plomo. Salute to you. Pooh Shiesty's father is going to get called to the stand. He's the only one with a bail. The feds gave him a bail because the feds already knew that he was working. When he got arrested and they put the handcuffs on him in the house, he had to tell them feds, look, I work for y'all. I work for y'all. Substantial assistance is understood by both parties. That's a fact. To require good faith during all phases of the cooperation period, including the defendant's provision of complete and truthful information which assists in the investigation or prosecution of other individuals, and complete, truthful testimony as subsequent proceedings when needed. The defendant acknowledges, Pooh Shiesty's dad acknowledges, my boss acknowledges that he has to assist the federal government. He acknowledges that he has to assist the federal government. How does this work? How does this work? It's not good. Like Pooh Shiesty's pops, it's not good, bro. How does this work, bro? And with the saying, and that's going, and how that's going, Pooh Shiesty, you had to know your father was a rat, bro. This is the second time your father's been jammed up. And one thing about the feds, they don't play. If you a government official and you out there making yourself look foolish, They're going to make an example out of you. Now, what Pooh Shiesty's father has to do is he has to testify against his own son. It's either going to be Pooh Shiesty's father or Big 30 testifying in these cases. There's a lot going on. For this man to sit up here and say, I love the shit out of mine, I don't need to ask no niggas. No, ain't no questions. What we hitting on is history books on our bloodline. So what's the history that y'all niggas is out here telling? Pooh Shiesty, are you sending encrypted codes and telling everybody that telling runs in y'all blood? You came home. You came home to multi-million dollars and you made the most disrespectful track towards the federal government, and you think they wasn't watching. You goofy. They gave you enough rope to hang yourself, young blood, and that's the sad shit behind it, is because you thought that you was one of them guys. You thought you was one of them guys. And now you about to pay the price for this shit. But let's do some. I want to go back because I was watching this shit earlier, and they was describing how Pooh Shiesty's pops was a rat den. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take you on a little journey. And it's a lot. We're gonna go to academics. Academics is gonna talk for us. I'm gonna let y'all speak and let academics and Whack 100 give y'all some insight. I gotta give that nigga Whack 100 some credit, even though I don't like dude. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows he's a Fed because he's getting all this information, and it's crazy how he's getting all this information. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna sit here and we're gonna listen to academics talk for a little bit, and that's what we're gonna do. Shout out to academics.
Whack is calling. Whack, we needed the exposure here to really break it down.
Hey, check this out, bro.
What up?
We already got the document. We know it's you.
Oh, no, shit. Definitely.
You are the reason why all this shit is fucking going on. You, bro. Fucking influenced Pooh Shiesty and his dumbass daddy to do this fucking play.
Nah, no, Whack. I'm blaming you. You know I'm blaming you? You know I'm blaming you?
Fuck that.
Whack. No, Whack. Ever since you doubted his street cred, Shiesty had to one up the score.
Listen, I'm going to give you an exclusive. Because I know you probably lied. The other side told me you lied. They said, Whack, act lied.
Yeah.
My man CL said,
Yeah.
go in and troll that nigga, Whack. But I ain't going to troll you, Whack. I'm going to give you an exclusive. Do you know the one thing outside of their names that Pooh Shiesty and his father has in common?
They fuck mad bitches.
I'm going to give you one more shot.
They both like a Draco.
They are both rats.
Stop it, Whack. Cut it out, Whack. Cut it out. Not again. Stop it. No. Stop it, Whack.
Whack been saying that Pooh Shiesty and these niggas was rats before. He was trying to put people on before, but how did he know this stuff if he didn't have connections to the feds? People are starting to come out and admit Poetic Flacco. Everybody knows academics got the police allegedly on the speed dial. Everybody knows allegedly Adam 22, Adam Jumper is working with them people somehow. Everybody knows that DJ Vlad is working with them somehow. And you know the funny thing about it is that they have cats like DJ Academics, Whack 100, couple other people that be doing podcasts that has no problems with provoking people to do things because they basically like bait. They got people out here looking crazy and going crazy, right? And that ain't it. We're going to listen to academics and Whack 100 talk for a little bit.
Stop it. Stop it. Why? I don't like when you do this. I'm going to tell you why. Because now that you know he locked up, you called him a rat. Yo, you know how Shiesty in that movie.
You know what our agreement was, that?
What?
If you tell me I'm lying to you, but you have the right to, as my brother.
You don't got no paperwork, Whack. Stop it.
That's what you think, that?
Why?
Okay, you know what you got to do when I finish to you, right?
Whack 100's about to send some paperwork to academics, and watch the reaction that academics give.
Here it comes. His daddy been a rat since 2009.
Stop it, Whack. Stop it, Whack. Yo, what?
Okay. Hear what I just said to you.
Yo, where does Whack?
He said the man, Whack?
His daddy been a rat since 2009.
Stop it, Whack. Stop it, Whack. Yo, what?
Okay. Hear what I just said to you.
Yo, where does Whack?
Listen, that's a full file. I'm going to send you.
Yo, Whack, stop it, bro.
I'm about to send you when he ready. Listen, the nigga been a rat since 09. I'm sending you all the work. Pooh Shiesty was 8 or 9 years old, so this is his pop, live and direct. Now, listen, you know this folks, we sit back.
Now, you heard what Whack said. Pardon me as I get my cue up. Whack said, Pooh Shiesty, you was 8, 9 years old. And at that time, them boys in the South, they know the street politics, 8, 9 years old. His pops was a heavy player in the street, so that means Pooh Shiesty was around a lot of it. So you can't get out of this one.
Because I'm a strong representation when it comes to Gucci S, bro. So I'm gearing up for when these niggas want to start playing. We gonna play back hard. Now I'm sending you right now, as you see, the direct pages of the 5K word stipulation. This nigga's a motherfucking rat. So now, since you want to tell me I'm lying, go ahead, eh?
Wait, what?
You no, don't go study now. You got the full document, and I sent you the 3 pages where the nigga's a rat.
Granger knows.
We're going to let the commercial and the ads play because they got to get their money. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to Academic for releasing this. Whack 100, you not slick. We know you behind all of it.
Hey, did you hear that they took off Gucci Mane's wedding band? I thought.
Fuck all that. Shout out to Gucci team. Gucci, shout out Keisha K. On for keeping Gucci.
He shouted out Gucci Man. Excuse me. Everybody already have their reservations about Whack 100. There's been documents, people came out on live interviews where they basically exposed him to be a rat. Now, if he's out here shouting out Gucci Man after Gucci Man just made a diss track, ugly work.
Level-headed. Listen, if you gonna rob a nigga that got off-duty police as his security and civilians with it, that's on your dumb stupid ass. Stupid. Dummy. And then what they did is they made a video and said, yeah, if you say something, we're gonna release the video. He ain't gotta say that. Off-duty cop obligation.
What is this? All right, I got it up on the screen. Memorandum of plea agreement. This is from April 15, 2009. This is the father, Lontrell Williams. He's a defendant. So the defendant, Lontrell Williams, through his attorney, knowingly and voluntarily agrees with the United States through the undersigned attorney to plead guilty to one count of the numbered indictment, charged him with violating Ooh, a lot of charges. Pursuant to this and third, he will join. The government and the defendant will jointly recommend the defendant receive a 3-level reduction. Oh, wow. A 3-level reduction for acceptance of responsibility under the United Sentencing Guidelines. The defendant understands that if the court does not accept these recommendations, the defendant nevertheless has no right to withdraw the plea. Neither the government or no law enforcement agency, the defendant understands that the accurate sentencing guidelines must be taken into account before before the court is not bound to sentencing guideline and can impose any sentence in the statutory limits. Based on the defendant's ongoing and anticipated future assistance to the government, it is contemplated that the government may recommend that the court do a departure in their sentencing pursuant to U.S. Sentencing Guideline 5K1.
Nigga, we are the motherfucking exposers, nigga. We sit on shit. Don't fuck with us, King Gucci, nigga. Pooh Shiesty proper, cause he's a man, cause he come from his daddy, that's a rat. Don't fuck with us, nigga. That's what it is. We ain't lost nothing. That nigga been a motherfucking rat. And he made his son a mice. There you go.
Damn.
Now, don't never question me, I'm a motherfucking exposer, my nigga. Don't fuck with us. Team Gucci around this bitch. Y'all go tend to what's on paperwork and stop making up assumptions about what they think a nigga did and talk about what a nigga really did. Homicide clubhouse shit.
Substantial assistance is understood by both parties to require good faith during all phases of cooperation, including the defendant's provision of complete and truthful information which assists the investigation or prosecution of other individuals in complete truthful testimony as subsequent proceedings when needed. Now, what? I'll be honest with you. Out of any paperwork you've ever sent, this is the most black and white. This is clear. This is clear. The defendant acknowledges that the government, if this is real, it's clear. If it's real, and I'm looking up on Pacer. Yeah, I'm looking up on Pacer. If it comes back on Pacer, yeah, this is, it's cooperation. The defendant acknowledges the government's determination of whether the defendant has cooperated fully and provided substantial assistance, and the government's assessment of the value, truthfulness, and completeness of the defendant's assistance is solely within the judgment and discretion of the government and shall be binding upon the defendant. If a motion for a downward departure as described in the preceding paragraph is filed and granted, his sentence is reduced. The defendant knowingly and intelligently and voluntarily waives any right to an appeal. After that, so should it be judged by the government that the defendant has committed or attempted to commit any additional crimes or has engaged in any conduct constituting obstructing or impeding justice within the means of the U.S. sentencing guidelines, or has failed to make any court appearances from the date they're signing this plea agreement to the date of the sentencing, or if the defendant...
I ain't never sent you none that wasn't completed thorough.
Should it be judged by the government that the defendant has committed or attempted to commit any additional crimes or has engaged in any conduct constituting obstruction or impeding justice with the menacing of U.S. sentencing guidelines, and any court appearances in this case, the defendant's signing of this plea agreement to the date of the defendant's sentencing, or if the defendant attempts to withdraw his plea, the government will be released from its obligations and we become free to argue for any sentence. Nasty work, man. Nasty work, man. Here it is. Y'all love Pooh Shiesty, and ain't nothing wrong with him making his music. We got to give him his props. He makes some great ass music. But now everything is coming to the light. And his father been a rat since he was 8 years old. Pooh Shiesty, you saw a lot of stuff. And I know you had questions for your father when he got out of jail. Like, how did you get out of jail so fast, Dad? This is how. They're breaking down how Pooh Shiesty's pops will eventually, and I'm just saying this hypothetically, from my personal opinion, I'm protected by disclaimers and fair speech, and this is all public opinion, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a public matter now. Everything's a public matter now. Pooh Shiesty's dad is gonna do exactly what Queso's dad did to him. I'm gonna let Whack and Act finish. That should be their new show, the Whack and Act show. Whack and Act, like Mike and Ike's. No freaky. That's
big wobblehead ass motherfucker.
No.
We will wobblehead.
No. Whack. Well, you gotta remember, in federal court.
When you talk to me,
Whack. In federal court is really easy to understand. Snitching is, you can't hide snitching. In state court, you can't. Once you see 5K1 in federal court, you know that
you could absolutely find out in state prison if somebody's telling or not. Academics is telling y'all a bold-faced lie. Niggas in state prison find out if you telling or not, my nigga. That's why they have the paperwork parties. State prison, federal prison. There's people that been in prison long enough that in state prison that can read your paperwork, your state case, and find out if you cooperated or not. Academics, I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Listen, this is the problem. And Pooh Shiesty didn't know. See,
what Pooh Shiesty do to you, man?
Before you become, don't listen. I'm Team Gucci. Shout out QCP. Shout out to Team.
Yeah, but Gucci wouldn't want you to do this. Gucci want to keep it in the streets.
I don't know what Gucci wants. Nigga, I ain't talked to Gucci. But let me tell you what my niggas throw.
Let me find out Whack is Gucci Man's defense attorney. That's starting to look kind of sketchy, and we're not saying that he's on no PDF filing and him and Gucci's not on that PDF filing. But these two motherfuckers is running, and it's looking like how Harvey Weinstein stood up for Jay-Z. Gucci Man got Whack 100 defending him like a defense attorney. Oh boy. But Gucci Man ain't the only person that rats. There's a lot of these rappers that's out here ratting. They signing prophets. People are avoiding jail. So-called saying they got real niggas with them that's taking the charge. Yeah, right.
Let me ask you something, Max. If a motherfucker get off on you and I've got some shit to fight back with, do you gotta tell Whack to fight back for Act? What you know Whack gonna do? What people gonna call your phone and say? Whack tripping.
But you cool with academics. I don't think Whack 100 and Gucci Man are cool. They might become cool now, though.
You took off on them niggas who said this shit about you. You know what Whack go. I'm a great friend. I'm an even worse enemy.
Wait, Whack. When did you know about this shit right here?
That's been in the dark files probably about 18 months.
What?
So Whack 100 had the information on Pooh Shiesty's father for 2 years. Whack, you couldn't say nothing about Pooh Shiesty's father because both of y'all was working for the same people. You were an informant, allegedly, and it's being proven that Pooh Shiesty's father is an informant, and that's a fact. Whack 100, you getting all this paperwork, you getting all this shit before the people know it. That lets niggas know that you have an inside contact. You definitely got an inside contact. You pulling everybody's paperwork up except your own. What about that Houston charge when you got caught in Texas with the guns and you were a convicted felon and you never went to jail for that? Was that the day you allegedly started working? Because for you to get all this paperwork on people and you getting real shit from nigga shit back in 2009. Those documents are in files somewhere. They're not on Pacer. You had to go to a direct agent in the building and request those papers. And you had to speak to a federal agent to get those papers. Those are confidential papers. But they had came out in the public after shit hit the fan. Somebody in the case that Pooh Shiesty's father caught back in 2009, somebody in that case that was involved, they went to trial and they got the discovery that shows who cooperated against them. Question is, how you get the paperwork, Whack 100? How was you even pointed in that direction, Whack 100? How was you even able to go and get that paperwork so fast, sit on it for 18 months? You probably lying about that. And now all of a sudden you want to defend Gucci Man. You went from a gangster, a former Pyru, to a manager, to a federal informant, and now you want to be a defense attorney? Damn, you a man of many hats, huh?
What? Yo, what?
Yeah, you gotta know when to fire your. See, one thing about Donald Trump, he know when to fire his torpedoes.
What?
You see, the exposers work 24, my man.
Now he comparing himself to Donald Trump. Whack 100 looking for a pardon somewhere. He's looking for a pardon somewhere.
Ghost, Lavish Prince, 600, Eddie Boy.
Whack, if you sat on this for 18 months, Whack, respectfully, you're a sick.
Yeah.
He just named a bunch of people that have been proven to be working with the police, a part of police departments, and some has cooperated with the federal government. He gonna say that's his team. Whack 100 just said it was his team. He named Eddie Boy, who testified in somebody's shit. Shout outs to Active Chucks. If y'all don't know who Active Chucks is, make sure y'all go follow Active Chucks on YouTube, because he's from the West Coast. He knows people that was involved in situations with those particular people, and his podcast show is a dope podcast show. So shout outs to Deuce M's, aka Active Chucks, if y'all want to know more about that. But check what Whack 100 says about who his team is.
You gotta know when to fire your. See, one thing about Donald Trump, he know when to fire his torpedoes.
What?
You see, the exposers work 24, my man. Ghost, Lavish Prince, 600, Eddie Boy.
Whack, if you sat on this for 18 months, Whack, respectfully, you're a sick guy.
Listen,
Yo, Whack.
I kind of believe him now. I believe Whack 100 is the exposer for real, but he will never expose himself.
Shit that'll rock the industry on a bunch of niggas, but until they go fucking with my people, I don't say nothing.
He said he got information on a bunch of you rappers, and he could bring forth paperwork. Shout outs to Sharetta Ross on the check-in. Salute to you. Yeah, this shit is crazy. Pooh Shiesty's father, who was a big-time criminal in the street, cooperated with the feds. This should be a wake-up call to all you young niggas out there. Pay attention to what the fuck the streets is producing. Pay attention to what these so-called gangsters are out here doing. They out here playing both sides of the fucking street. Niggas is getting exposed. And the worst person in the world is exposing y'all. Whack 100 is going to have a field day with this shit.
I ain't say nothing. You go to fucking with me, one of mine, and you better know who my people are.
Who's your people, Whack? You just said it. You just confirmed that you are working with them people. We got to hear that again because he said you go fucking with me or my people. And y'all know who my people are. Listen to what the fuck he's saying.
People, I don't say nothing. I ain't say nothing. You go to fucking with me, one of mine, and you better know who my people are. So if you one of them dummies who want to say, damn, I'm finna go at that. I'm finna go at these dudes and these dudes. If you got some skeletons, nigga, you better kick back. Because what my team does, the minute me, us, or my people is fucked with, they go immediately digging on those people. And they gather and they send it. And it goes to a filing process.
He said, me, us, or my people. Then they gather and they get information. They go digging on people's whole life and they send it to them. Whack 100 is a dangerous person. Whack 100 just confirmed that he's been cooperating with them people. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I just heard this man confirm that he's fucking with them people.
Yeah, chat. I gotta be honest with you, chat. Yeah, this is textbook cooperation. You know, I don't have the horse in the race.
Keep Gucci name out your mouth. Y'all go ahead on and tend to the rat and the little mouse that y'all got over there in custody. Right?
Now that I see this, I'm wondering if maybe this is why Pooh Shiesty agreed with the fuck the streets thing at first. Because
they said Pooh Shiesty agreed with the fuck the streets movement. See how they confusing y'all? They fucking with y'all. They got y'all fucked up out here thinking that this is how it's supposed to be. And they got y'all fucked up and they turning around and they cooperating and taking pleas and admitting guilt on shit so they could get the easiest time. They not street niggas, but they sit out here and they parade and talk with the arrogance and the cockiness, no freaky, about the system and what they going through, but they not telling y'all that they cooperating. Fuck the whole game up. If you in them streets, you better get the fuck out them streets. The streets is through.
I'm saying this should stay far away from it because
nigga, I gave you Pooh Shiesty's proper long time ago.
No, that's true, but I think a lot of people weren't gonna switch up on him because of that.
They ain't gotta switch up on him, nigga. Listen, a rezac is the rezac, a mezout is the mezout, and like Go say, a long-tail rat is just that. Sincerely, they expose it.
Do you think either of these guys gonna tell? I don't think so. I think
they already listen. The daddy ratted in 09. You looking at, okay? The daddy 49. He looking at 25-30. Pooh Shiesty just got out for the same type case, my nigga. We seen what attorney said he ratted and told the niggas had the gun and got it down the phone. So now what you dealing with is this. Pooh Shiesty looking at 25-30, right? The other niggas, Pooh Shiesty can't pay their bills. It's 8 more niggas on the case. Somebody gonna rat. You got.
He's definitely not lying about that. Now I could give him some credit right there, even though I don't fuck with that man. He just told the truth. Pooh Shiesty's father's working with them people. Big 30, if he saves some money and didn't blow his money like a goofball, he could get a lawyer, or Yo Gotti's going to get him a lawyer and get Pooh Shiesty a lawyer, or Pooh Shiesty could pay for his own lawyer. It was 9 people involved in that situation. There's 6 other people that don't got that good money to get that good lawyer to knock this time down. A few of them, shit, they in a bad situation right now. You feel me? Somebody's telling. Somebody's definitely gonna step up on that stand and do what Woody did. No disrespect, but honestly speaking, we gotta call a spade a spade. Niggas gonna pull a Woody on the stand. But they not gonna play dumb like Woody did. See what Woody did, and I gotta give him applause to this, is Woody got out of a situation. Yeah, he looked like, yeah, he basically got on the stand and told. Yeah, he did. But nobody got no time out of it except one person, I think. They was trying to fry Young Thug. Gucci Man, you're not exempt from this shit. Gucci Man, you's a rat, B. You made the diss track, and you eventually gonna have to step on the scene and take the stand and testify against this whole ordeal. And this is what makes it really bad for 1, the rap game, and 2, the streets. Because most of these rappers made their careers off of telling the street life side through music. Some of y'all went to jail. Some of y'all saw a difference. Some of y'all beat some cases and still promoting the dumb shit in the street. And now, all you motherfucking cats that's rappers, y'all big time celebrity rappers that's out there, y'all niggas done cooperated and shit. Atlanta looks really bad right now. But that shit is in you. That shit ain't something that y'all niggas got to be the most grimiest people to manipulate people to believe that y'all niggas is these street niggas, but y'all niggas get in jams and then all that street shit go out the window. Now y'all niggas is selfish. Fuck that. These niggas talking about 50 years. These niggas talking about 60 years. I can't do 50, 60 years. So I'm going to tell on some dead people. So I'm going to tell on my niggas in the crew and still come back to the street like I'm not a nigga that just did bad. This is a lot of these rappers. And it ain't just rappers from Atlanta. There's some rappers from New York. There's some rappers from New Jersey. There's some rappers from Philly, Boston, wherever there's rappers at. North Carolina, South Carolina, Alabama, Florida, Chicago, all of Texas, Cali, everywhere where there's rappers at, these niggas, some of these niggas are out here motherfucking telling. Most of these rappers are following a pattern now because you got the rapper that's at the top of the game that everybody declares the top rapper in the game. He has federal people around him and he don't give a fuck no more. These is niggas that was moving keys, booming shit, holding blocks, real trap niggas, real street niggas. Y'all niggas out here telling? Pooh Shiesty got a situation. He learned
my 401k is from
he learned all that shit from his father. He watched his father throughout his lifetime tell.
got a police officer as an eyewitness that's a victim. Now, Gucci Mane,
That's the worst part about it.
benefit.
They right. They have a police officer that's a victim in this situation. He's definitely testifying because that's his job. That's what he took the oath for. Then you got the white executives that was with Gucci Mane. They don't know nothing about this street shit. They definitely gonna testify. That's where Pooh Shiesty gets fucked up at. Even if he wasn't in the room with those particular people when they got robbed and assaulted, he's a part of the shit because remember they saying he's the man who set the whole shit up. His father goes down as the man who set the shit up because he booked the hotel. I mean, not the hotel. He booked the studio and he booked the rental for one of them niggas to get back to Chicago with. So how does that look for Pooh Shiesty's pops? They gonna tell him, listen, you gonna tell on everybody, or you going right down with them because we got you for booking the studio and renting a car for the defendants to travel back to Chicago, Memphis. I think it was Memphis. Niggas got caught in Memphis. Pooh Shiesty gets caught in Dallas because that's where he's on federal parole to. So he can't run nowhere. He could have, but shit, he wouldn't have got far. And the only person to get a bail out of this whole deal is the pops. That don't tell y'all that the pops is already saying, I will give y'all everything, including my son. He pulled what a Queso daddy move. He doing exactly what Queso's daddy's doing. It's wicked out here.
That's
Gucci Mane reached all the benefits act. You know why? Because the police officer gave a statement, and the other civilians in there that got choked out gave a statement. It shows that he signed that contract under duress. So all his shit comes back. Whatever they thought they was gonna do,
yes,
did. If now the boy is signed under duress. No.
And then Gucci Mane made the diss track, basically telling.
Ain't gotta say to do nothing.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, this must have been a spur of the moment thing. There's no way they thought this was gonna work because there's something called.
Nah, Pooh Shiesty thought Gucci Mane was gonna keep it street. See, but Gucci Mane was one up above them. He knew how wild Pooh Shiesty and the niggas from Memphis was. Gucci Mane wasn't stupid. You see, he brought the undercover cop with him and made him security. Then he brought white people, the two white executives that don't know nothing about no street shit. All they know how to do is be civilians, and they not wrong for telling. Everybody knew the officer was going to tell. That's his job. But the white people that was with him, they civilians. They not wrong for telling. That's what civilians do. That's what happens when you get civilians mixed up in the fucking street shit. Pooh Shiesty was a goofball because it was already static between him and Gucci before over. God bless his cousin. God bless the dead. His cousin had passed away, and they said Gucci didn't do nothing for the funeral, but there was receipts presented that $250,000 was given up towards the funeral on behalf of Gucci. So it was already tension in the air between them. I wouldn't be surprised if Yo Gotti didn't have no influence in this. Memphis artist, Pooh Shiesty, Yo Gotti probably said, I'll give you more money than them niggas will ever give you, because that's what Yo Gotti do. He takes the artist away from his enemies, just like he did with Young Dolph, God bless Flipper. He did the same thing, Pooh Shiesty. Yo, you need to be fucking with the home team. Fuck that nigga. Do whatever you got to do to get out your contract. And they thought Gucci Mane was going to keep it street. That's where they fucked up.
You signed under duress, so it's like
they thought that they had the video. Gucci, if you say something, we gonna let the video go of what happened in this room. Gucci ain't said nothing. Shout out to Keisha Kior.
Gucci did say something, though, Wack. Gucci made a diss track called Crash Dummy. He snitched on wax. That's the worst type of snitch, right? Because that's in rotation. Gucci's thinking on the money side of things. Gucci, by making that song, already told people in the industry and all over the world, I don't give a fuck how you niggas look at me or how y'all feel about me. Shout outs to Mouse on the check-in. Salute to my brother Mouse on the check-in. Double tap that screen for me. Salute to you and yours. Yeah, Gucci man don't give a fuck about who feel if he's a rat or not. Gucci man dropped the diss track and said, I don't give a fuck. I'm telling, and I'm going to make money off it.
Pimp broke Kyle. She didn't call him and gave him reasons how not to go out and massacre shit like we know he do. I know I got an R&B in my life. I didn't flip out a time or two and she didn't catch me right. It's real shit.
The person on the screen right here Pooh Shiesty's father. His name is Lontrell, and his street name is Mob Boss Williams Sr. So it's Lontrell Williams Sr. They call him Mob Boss. How ironic. Wack gave us some paperwork that showed that supposedly he cooperated back in
No. Fuck you, Wack. You said Wack those charges supposedly, or do you got to work?
Okay, I pulled it up. All right, yeah. Okay. All right. Oh man.
Shout out to you, Act. Shout out to you. Since we've been on the phone, I got a text from my legal. Looks like me and Aiden agreed to. It looked like his legal has sent confirmation. So I gotta salute you, brother, for helping with that.
Okay,
you
good.
did what a brother was supposed to do on both sides of it, bro. So I appreciate you.
No, of course. I like all the people I'm friends with to stay friends and money to flow between all of us with good times. So I'm glad it's getting resolved. Holy shit, this is crazy.
So listen, I pulled up as I always will. Hunterside is watching you. They say he lied. Let me go get my brother an exclusive. Let's keep it strict the way it's supposed to be. Poetic Flacco is dropping his clip today, exposing what he know and how he know it. So listen, we're going to keep these airways blazing. May 2nd, we got the Gamboa fight going down there.
Yeah.
At the James Earl Knight Center in Miami. April 20th, we launching nothing but content. We launch.
Yo, that's pretty much it, man. These cats is out here doing bad, man. Will Pooh Shiesty tell? That might be his only way out. That might be his only way to freedom. If not, the Fed's gonna smack him. The Feds is gonna hit a home run and send him in the upper deck out the bleachers some damn where. I wouldn't be surprised if Big 30 got to tell him. But definitely one of them six dudes out there is going to testify, because if not all of them, I'm saying out of the 6 people out of the 9 that ain't going to have no lawyers, 3 to 4 of them are testifying. Because think about it, if the motherfuckers who actually planned this shit and put it together is talking and cooperating, what they got to lose? Yo, salute to everybody who pulled up, yo. Man, it's very important, man. It's very important. You got to make your circle a dot. Keep your grass cut. Watch for them snakes, man. Them snakes is right next to you. They right next to you. They watching your every moves, near and far. Be observant of your surroundings, man. Most importantly, stack chicken. This message is for the young niggas. If you know a bunch of young niggas out there that want to lean towards the streets or in the streets and they looking to get out the streets, let them see this shit and let them understand. It don't be nobody outside your crew that's going to make you suffer and go to prison. All y'all young niggas, man, listen to the old heads that really give a fuck about y'all, and they want y'all to learn some shit. They want y'all to understand some shit, and they don't want y'all in the prison system. Y'all got a lot of life to live, and there's a lot of shit that y'all could be accomplishing if y'all really fucking listen, man. Till next time, y'all, salute. You know what it is. Smoke and mirrors. When you tired of being gas, y'all, we out of here. We gonna get busy, man. Gotta go, B.
For Ox, shit, you gotta tell Keith what's up for me, dog. Doubt, don't worry about it. I'll see you, alright? Alright? Rains, get wet, you know? Dog, you the only one I got in my corner, man. Don't cross me. Got you.
I told my dog he ever cross me, nigga. We let that rain hit him. Any nigga play with this shit, he feel like pain, nigga. Bounce out on a nigga, up that flame, yeah, we done changed, niggas. Boxes on my Glocks, hot box swap, switching lanes, and then walk inside this bitch, my chin up, nigga. I won't tuck my chain. No, I'ma take the winning shot if this bitch for the game. Fall off my Glock, I bought a box, and it don't shoot the same. Ask them niggas if they felt the rod, they ever said my name.
Shay, you know what